It's a beautiful afternoon on Kaftan TV. We're reaching you live from our studios in Katampe Hill here in Abuja, and the program is the Polity. Today, we shall be taking a look at the recently released curriculum for secondary school, that is JSS1, Junior Secondary School 1 to Senior Secondary School 3. Now, we shall be looking at issues that necessitated the introduction of the new policy. What are the fresh ideas that the new policy is bringing to the table? Well, we take a general look at secondary school education in Nigeria as a whole. And then what are the timelines? What are those things that we should be expecting with the implementation of this new curriculum? The implementation has started immediately in this when the schools reopen for the new session. Some have already resumed, while others will be resuming in the course of the week. Now, education is very important, very crucial. It is the future of the nation, because the children are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. They are going to take over, take charge, and they are going to compete with their peers in the global market. Yes, if tomorrow's leaders are to perform optimally and they are to be the best they can, that will augur well for the country. But if we don't prepare them adequately at this level, then it will be garbage in, garbage out. You cannot not do the right thing at the right time and then expect an excellent result. So today on the program, we shall be talking education, strictly education. My name is Segun Ojelade. Welcome to Polity. Now, on the program today, I have two gentlemen. One is a lawyer, the other is a professor. The Prof will be joining us via Zoom from Asaba, while I have the barrister with me in the studio. I welcome you to the program, Barrister Sebastian Okojie.
So now, Mathias Okojie, please.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Mathias Okojie.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Mathias Okojie, like I said, is a barrister at law. He is engaged in private practice with diverse experiences in corporate and commercial practices in litigation. Now, until most recently, he was a long-time executive of the Parents Teachers Association of Bistro Academy here in Karu, Abuja, and now a member of the same association with the redeemed Dept International School. Is married, is a father who has had diverse experiences in training of the child, and then being part of the education at the secondary school level as a member of the Parents Teachers Association. Once again, Mathias Okojie, I welcome you to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, joining us via Zoom is Professor Sebastian Uremadu. Professor Uremadu is a chair, Department of Banking and Finance in the College of Management Science of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike in Umuahia, Abia State. If you are there, Prof, good afternoon. Welcome to the Polity.
Thank you, Ojelade.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Prof, since you are directly in charge of mentoring of our children, even at the university level, and with your diverse experiences. I want you to comment on this. What is the situation? What was the situation with the old curriculum being used in the JSS and the senior secondary school level before now? What were those things that you consider that necessitated this change?
Thank you. The curriculum, both at primary, secondary, and even at university level, we have been kicking against something. And I'm happy the current administration wants to reverse it. The issue of history, social studies, or social studies, the issue of history at primary school level, at secondary school level, and university level, well, it had removal of history at all levels of Nigerian education has done very dangerous damage. I don't know what was the intention of those who removed it, but you can see what they had led us to now. When we were young, in the 60s, early 60s, late 60s, and then into the 70s, we were taught, secondary, we were taught history of Monk Park, inventors and things like that. Right from that, and the great warriors of the old.
Yes.
Right from that, a child starts to form. This is where it is out. And you can see in their curriculum, and that is very fundamental and crucial for a child that is coming up. Now we have no base. I'm happy that President Tinubu, that is one of the strongest things he has done as a leader. Just like restoring back the old national anthem. I commend him on that. And as for the subjects, they were so, crowded up. So the way there is being weeded off now, it's in order. So that everything is now streamlined. And the new order, the digital period has to come in. Our children are now more digital than us. In fact, beside me now is my son in the university.
Yes.
He knows digital more than myself. Even younger ones.
Of course.
So this is a great achievement, and I'm so happy because I have been, with others, I've been hammering on it. We have been hammering. God has answered Nigerians' prayer.
Thank God.
If there is anything President Tinubu has done, this is one of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Prof, I want to appreciate you for the efforts that you have made to be part of this program this afternoon. I have Mr. Mathias Okojie. He is a lawyer, but he has been involved in the child education for quite some time now. I'm sure his experiences too will be quite useful on the program. Barrister, I want you to look at the training of the child. Will you say over the years, with the old curriculum and the way we have been going as a nation and especially in our education sector, we've been unfair to the child?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It is a good thing that the current government has decided to reverse the curriculum, to amend it, so that improvement. Honestly speaking, there was pressure on the children. There was pressure on them because of the number of subjects that have been offered. But with the current dispensation now, you now have that from JSS 15 to 18 subjects, it has now been reduced to 12 to 14. While the JSS, senior secondary school, has moved from between 15 and 20 subjects to 8 and 9. The maximum now is 9. So now, with this development, you now find out that these children, with the reduction of subject overload on them, they have now more time to concentrate, focus on the key subject they are going to influence their courses in universities. There was really much pressure on them, as I said earlier, and the proactive approach of the government is also commendable. It shows that they are not just sitting, that there are people there who are really working hard. There was really pressure on the children, I must confess that.
Prof, it's obvious that with the overcrowded curriculum, even with the subjects that are probably irrelevant and that do not seriously bear direct bearing on global the global world, what is being emphasized in the global market, we were not that focused on our education. Now that government is retooling the system, how do you see the children that are likely to come out of the current efforts, not only in the market, but also in competition with their peers abroad?
Mr. Chegu, no doubt, once the foundation is well laid and well prepared, with what I'm seeing on the new curriculum and the subject content, tell us towards digital innovation, entrepreneurship, and all whatnot. No doubt. Already they're applying. So this is leading to specialization.
Yes.
And specialists are always sought after everything. With what I'm seeing, if followed to the letter, okay, the sky is the limit in the area of the development of or adding value to the real GDP of the country. Know that I am very, very optimistic that we are going to get to where we are going.
Okay.
It is going to reduce the kind of crisis we are having among our youth. No, because of the wrong foundation, by removing youth. And then Nigerians are very hard working. Anywhere they are, they prove themselves. I am very, very optimistic that our children, Nigerian youth, are going to compete very effectively, favorably, and even outperform them globally and in Africa. I am very optimistic and sure of that as an academic.
Okay. Now, Prof, let me say something with the Zoom that you are using. Please minimize your movements. The movements kind of cause the Zoom to shake and the picture to wobble a little. So just minimize your movement so we can have a clearer output. Thank you. Now let me tap from your experience as a professor with a very wide experience of child education. When we talk about subject overload, what is the implication of that on the child?
Yes, just like I'll just give an example. When we were in secondary school, if you see, there's the one biological textbook that's very voluminous. May seeing it alone psychologically will pick you up.
Frightening.
Yes, frightening. When you overload children, it's difficult. Take for instance myself. In our days, it used to be 9 subjects at WAEC level, but I learned my own to 8 because I knew where I was going, and it helped me clear all of them, and in a very good result. So, children psychologically, it's better you organize the subject for them in a precise manner. It's what we have done now in the new curriculum, so that as time goes on, with the monitoring, strict monitoring of the implementation, we will continue to improve. When need arises, an addition, we could do, or for removal, we could do that. Carry that out. Thank you.
Thank you. Barrister,
Yes.
as a parent, how will you receive this new curriculum? And based on your experience as a member of the PTA, you know, what are parents saying out there?
Yes, from my conversation with parents, a lot of parents are happy. Who will not? When you consider the pressures children have been going through, having to do with overload of subjects. I said SS1 to SS3, they were involved in between 15 and 20 subjects. Then JSS1 to 3, they were having between 15 and 18 subjects. Now the pressure has been removed now with the recent announcement by the federal government for the Ministry of Education. So the parents are happy, and the children as well, they are happy because it enables them to focus on the core subjects that are relevant to the course of studies in universities. Many of the courses that were actually loaded in those subjects were not really applicable. You put subject and not applicable. Meanwhile, a subject that is peculiar to identity, to the Nigerian identifying himself any day, any time, you remove it from the curriculum. I'm talking about history. Then you now put subjects that in most cases are not relevant to their future courses of studies in universities. So the children are happy, and a lot of parents, they are excited about it. And my wish is that, as the federal government have said, that they will follow up with the implementation. Let them be up and doing. Let them actually follow up with the implementation. And it's another time for the children who are the learners. Yes. To have the freedom now to be able to adapt, because they are used to having several subjects, but now with this current streamlining, they have to adapt now. And good enough, the session is just beginning. In fact, I think only some schools have started, but before the end of the week, I'm sure almost all the schools would have resumed. So with that in mind, I think even the children themselves, they are happy about it. Okay. It's a big relief, I must say. Okay, okay. Prof, I'm sorry, I will ask this question. As a teacher, we are now going to be having some courses that probably the teachers themselves, I mean the current teachers that we have, may not be that much knowledgeable to some of these subjects. We're talking of computer, we're talking of robotics, we're talking of courses that have to do with ICT. Yes, the courses are good, but do you think we have the requisite number of teachers, number one, and qualified in terms of certificates and ability to teach those courses? Prof.
Thank you. As a teacher, since they have been teaching, the main basic subjects like mathematics, English language, the only area, social studies, the only area that may give some of them problems is the digital. But, I may be entrepreneur, but they have been on that. But they have to be subjected to training and retraining, just training.
Okay.
Acquaint themselves with the knowledge. I think that we do. I don't think they will find this much problematic. They will adjust, they will adapt. But there will be need for the train and retrain and retrain. Thank you.
I'm still staying with you, Prof. The other time you mentioned the issue of monitoring, and I will add to it the issue of supervision, and then the seriousness to pursue this new curriculum to the logical conclusion. You have given the present administration of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu a pass mark for evolving this new curriculum. Do you think the government, based on our past experiences, have the capacity to ensure effective implementation of this new curriculum, so that in the next 1 month we don't begin to ask ourselves, what have we achieved now with the new curriculum?
Question. With the way I'm seeing the policies of this government are coming up, the education ministry and the Apex assessments like MBTE and the NUC, the way they are going to have allowed this kind of restructuring, I don't think monitoring supervision for effectiveness of implementation will be lacking. We have more now than ever before well-experienced professors, academics, many PhD holders, unlike before. Now we have many PhD holders, many professors, experienced academics, like some of us. So, in that bank, we pick and maybe set up a small committee to support with we deviate or miss the mark. For sure. And with the kind of seriousness, he doesn't talk much of President Tinubu. No doubt, if he gets the right people around and form a small committee of crack academics, well-experienced educators to help professors in the supervision, monitoring and supervision, and implementation, I don't think we are going to fail. Thank you.
Okay. Barrister.
Yes.
We have private schools and then we have public schools. If we are going to have a problem with the implementation, from what you are seeing, where is it likely to come from? And then again, how should we, Prof has suggested that we need an implementation committee made up of crack educationists. Now, where do you think the problem of information, where do you think we need to intensify or monitor quite effectively the implementation of this program from public and private schools?
Thank you. There is administration, educational supervisory agencies. I'm sure before they came up with this program, because even from the text of the program, the various schools, their stakeholders, as you know, they were taking into confidence. So I believe before this time, they must have started making preparation for it, because it is what they were expected to meet at the beginning of the session. So if we are expecting challenges, it depends on individual sector. You said private, you said public. It depends on their effort, because with the serious commitment. Yes, I agree with you that there will be challenges, because it's just beginning. It's a new program. But let us not also forget that there is not just a fundamental overhaul, because most of the subjects are subjects they're already used to. So it's some of these digital courses, digital subjects that may be challenging. So I don't see that as a major problem, being that they can employ teachers. They can employ teachers, and there will be supervision. The Federal Ministry of Education have also stated that they are going to follow up with implementation on the phase-by-phase basis. So with that in mind, it is not expected that from the beginning there will be 100% compliance, but encouragement, and through supervision, the school will be able to take up their responsibilities. To just streamline that this school will have this problem, this school is not problem, may not be tenable, but I can assure you that there will be some individual challenges. These challenges are not something they have not envisaged, because before a formal announcement of this nature is made, overhauling the system, I'm sure the stakeholders, they are all aware, of which both private schools and public schools are part and parcel. Thank you.
Okay. Well, viewers, this is the Polity coming to you from the studios of Kaftan TV here on Katampe Hill in Abuja. We are reaching you live, and you can be part of the discussion by calling our line that will be displayed on your screen. The topic is, we are looking at the new education curriculum recently released by the federal government. It focuses more on science and then on vocational studies at junior secondary school levels. Now, you can be part of the program by calling us on Kaftan TV. Thank you. Let me go now to Abia State, where Prof is still on the line. Now, we remember the 6334 system of education that equally then emphasized the vocational studies. But if you get to any of the schools now, especially public schools, there are no equipment to teach any form of technical education, which includes carpentry, shoemaking, cookery, and stuffs like that. But no equipment. In fact, many of the schools don't have electricity. Now that they are going to start talking about ICT, where will the equipment come from? Don't you think that the government has to back the implementation of this new program with a very huge purse, with a very huge financial backing to make it succeed? Prof.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that it has this policy or program or project has come at this point in time. It is no more news that so much money goes to the governors now, to the states, so much money goes to the state. And the state like Abia, I know what Governor Alex Oti is doing. Everywhere it is Oti, in road construction and other projects. So with this coming on stream, I know that Governor Oti will back the Abia secondary school, primary school and secondary school, and even the state university with so much releases of funds and even for shares and supply of equipment, computers, and all whatnot that are needed to carry out this new curriculum to the later. I know again, and Senator Okojie at the senatorial level is not keeping idle. He supplies his constituency with books, computers, and so on and so forth. The same with Okpara. So I know that Abia is very, very capable. In the southeast, I think Abia is number 1 or 2 with Elugu and Ebo in really keeping to what they ought to do.
And Imo State too.
Want other remaining states. And Imo State too, my own state, my governor.
Yes.
My governor. So I would want, yes, I watch it. You watch it. Thank you. Thank you for that, reminding me of that. So with this, let the other, Anambra also, Kevin, and Akwa Ibom is very strong.
Yes.
Financially, I think they are the second in receiving from the federal allocation. Rivers is number 1. Bayelsa third. In fact, the old southeastern region, I don't think, and with what Ohaneze is doing, the kind of, sensitization, I don't think they will be lacking. They will fully pack it. There was a recent, about 3 weeks ago, for Umudike, a wing of Ohaneze. I presented a paper at that. How to do that. And functional education is the key. And in agriculture, to adopt Okpara's, agri policy. That is the in thing now, and they are going to do wonders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof, for vouching for the commitments of Southeast governors to implement this new curriculum. But how about the other governors in other geopolitical zones? We talk of the Southwest, Northwest, Northeast, and the rest of them. When we know that the narrative on how our government apply resources, state resources now, leaves a lot of room to desire. So I don't know, Barrister, Prof has vouched for the governors of the Southeast that they will do the needful when it comes to this implementation. Do you share his views, not necessarily of the Southeast, but governors generally? I mean, the governors that you and I know.
Yes, to some extent, I agree with what he said. A particular governor in that region is making impact, and everybody knows about that. But you cannot say so for other governors in other zones. He got to a stage that even the president himself is not happy about the development.
Yes.
We had last week or 2 weeks ago when it became so bad. The president had to tell the public the money, the allocation being sent to the state, and nothing is seen with it with some governors. So this is a call or then to show sign that they actually love education. It's a call. Because if policies are put in place and the implementation becomes a problem because some governors, they are not assisting or they don't seem to be promoting education in their state, it doesn't tell well of such governors. If governors, and as we learned, they can embark on traveling jamboree, spending public funds,
and doing birthdays.
I mean, why can't they spend money to sponsor education? They should promote education. Because at the end of the day, when the metrics are being taken, the impact of your state will be there for everyone to see. The figures will not hide. So it is an appeal. Some governors are doing well, there's no doubt about that. But there are still others that leave ought to be desired. So everybody should, it is not a matter of prayer that they should change their mind and do the needful to promote education in their states. By investing in equipment.
Well, we can't continue lamenting. What can we do? I mean the public, I mean the parents, I mean stakeholders.
We are running a federal structure. You have the federal government, you have the state government, and the local government. Even the same states, whose allocation has increased more than beyond measure compared to the past. They are still, some of them are holding on to local government funds.
Yes.
The governors, some of them are holding on to local government funds.
And they are not paying the workers
their dues. They are not paying the workers at the end of the month. So what do? We are not going to force them. As I say, it's a federal structure. There's a limit to which the presidency can go. You are not going to force them. They have their power. They have their power. They decide what to do. If we're in a country that people take government to task, I think some of these governors should have been taken to task. That is the situation.
Yes, Prof. Well, we are talking about technology and innovation in this new curriculum. Nations have gone very far in this, even at their primary school level, at their primary school levels. Nigeria is just emphasizing it. Is it not too late in the day for Nigeria to just begin to talk about this in the 21st century, when primary schools are already into inventions from across the world? Does this show any seriousness in us as Nigerians, Prof?
Yeah, Segun, it is better late than never.
Than never.
It is better late than never. And yes, better late than never. It's good we are waking up now. And when you talk of digital, even when we have not fully brought it into our curriculum, fully, the children are already digitally aware. They make use of it. Even small born babies, they know how to manipulate these digital more than us. So with it coming in full swing, Nigerians are very sharp across tribes, across regions. I have taught in the north, taught in the southwest, and now in the southeast. It depends on the teacher. If the teacher has what it takes and teaches the application, the children will catch. In my classes in the north or in the southwest or the southeast, I have not seen any region that is lacking. Once a child is well taught, the children are well taught, they will perform. Mind you, I used to say that an educated person It's like the pantry. What the pantry was to the Igbos or to the Southeast, the Biafran during the Civil War. Every part of it was useful, right from the palm frond, palm leaf, palm frond, through the stem, down to the roots.
To the roots.
That is the way an educated human being is. He's humble, he can adapt to any situation. Therefore, and see how Tinubu is doing now. He is well educated. The person will be down to earth to any kind of policy, culture, everything, to the rudiment. By Tinubu restoring back the old national anthem, and now, yes, and now bringing this one back, history in particular, shows that he actually prepared to lead. I think we are likely to give him a chance to finish up into second term and then prepare to give Southeast a chance, because Nigeria is standing on tripod.
Yes.
If anyone is lacking, that is problem. You can, yes, that's problem. So
yes.
What I'm happy, even with the coalition, you can see that Nigeria is sick. So accommodate all tribes. Don't allow it to be lopsided. You see that everything works properly. I commend him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Let me still stay with you. There are so many government agencies in the education sector that met and brought this new curriculum and evolved it. We're talking of NAREC, National Education Research and Development Council. We're talking of UBEC, Universal Basic Education. We're talking of NSSES and the National Board for Technical Education, NBT. Well, they teamed up together to come up with this new curriculum. Will you advocate continuous synergy among these various agencies in its implementation? Because Nigerians are very good at evolving policies, but we can't say the same in our implementation. Will you want all these agencies to still be involved in the implementation of this new curriculum?
Yes. Thank you for the question. Very important question. I support that teamwork. I strongly support the teamwork. I taught in Katsina Polytechnic and then Federal Polytechnic before I joined the University of Abia. So I know the importance of technical education. I know as a professor the importance of research and development. I also know the importance of other areas or some agencies you have mentioned. They have no option. As a matter of fact, they have no option. And in fact, NUC should also be involved. There should be strong monitoring and supervision at the Ministry of Education with NUC and probably MBT to ensure that every agency with one another. Anybody who doesn't want any rigid head of a unit will be shown the way out. We have many depositories of experts, Nigerian experts, education experts.
Yes.
I'm not praising myself, I'm one of them. I know what I have across the country. So there is need, serious need for all of them to go into what you call a teamwork. They have no option. They have to. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Barrister, well, in Nigeria today, I think we still emphasize the certificate. In fact, people say we worship it. But the world over now, it is skill that is being celebrated. And I think this new curriculum is trying to redirect us towards that, using our hands, using the brains to do some things rather than a certificate, running after huge certificates. Now, but we still need to fund this thing. We still need to ensure that it takes up very well and it gathers momentum and it begins to yield results in the students to be produced. I think we cannot stop emphasizing on the need for proper implementation of this new curriculum so that the benefits of it, Nigeria can reap it. What will you advise? What will you advise?
Well, thank you for the question. One of the key features of this new policy is the intention of the government to have a future-ready skill where people produce from our institutions. That is the intention of the government. And it is only wise that every agency of government that who has one way or the other to be involved, they should put hands on deck to ensure that this program is a success. Because at the beginning of this problem, I can assure you that there are what we call teething problems because it's just coming in. But at the end of the day, it is our determination. Because you mentioned some agencies that should be involved. And as the professor said, no one should be left out. If all these agencies are involved, I believe implementation will not be a problem. It will not be a problem. And the determination of the government as well. Because what we are apart from the government is that implementation is supposed to be phase by phase.
Yes.
So it is in the exercise of their supervisory role that would enable them to identify at every phase what each challenge represents and evolve solutions to it.
Okay.
That is the way I see it.
Let's ask the Prof about some of the naughty subjects that have been scaring students. Prof, you mentioned the very voluminous textbooks in those days, but I will remember mathematics. Very scary. If I can ask you, because maths is very central to basic education and even up to the higher level, do you are there now fresh ideas, fresh skills to make some of these tough subjects easier for the students to learn? I don't know. In those days, it used to be very scary. I must tell you, Prof.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Voluminous textbooks, like biology or physics.
Physics.
Case us, even
History.
History voluminous. Now, mathematics in particular, as you rightly said, mathematics is very, very basic. Mathematics, additional mathematics, high mensuration, algebra, calculus, very, very, very important. Not only science subject or social science, very, very important. Statistics, Financial mathematics, very, very important. We have to get teachers that are gifted on that at all levels. Motivate them, because there is a way you will teach a child, even calculation. Drill him or her, read the class, give them an assignment, they will catch up. Why students face problem is when you get people who are not called into education. They just went because of lack of jobs. But when you get a teacher that is called, he and me here, Government College Umuahia. You have my son that is 50th pharmacy now. She groomed him in all this. Why was he in University of Abia? I remember Prof. Okojie. Nadi's wife, Dr. Nadi's wife, she should even sciences. Parents also have the duty to do. Get interested in the education of your children. Those who teach them. In fact, the university, I brought some people from the CKC, Abuja, to my house. I have to pay them, and they will coaching them. After school, they coach them. Mathematics computations. And once they familiarize themselves with it, at village level, burn the lantern, old lantern, we put our legs in water and stay overnight and walk
and eat kola nuts.
So try.
Kola nuts.
And master. There's no other way. Sir? And kola nuts. Thank you. And kola nuts.
Yes.
There's no other two ways about it. I used to tell my students, sir, my students and my students and even fellow staff I mentor and my children, get grounded. In your area of socialization, get grounded. Because if you are not grounded, you will not enjoy the practice. But if you are grounded, you enjoy it. Will be. I thank God for all the teachers right from primary school to university that taught me. You talk about people like the J.S.S1, people like Professor Zaga, Okpara, like and so on and so forth. I respect my teachers.
I respect mine too.
Like your teachers. To their families. Yes. To their families up to today. That is the way to go about it. And the education, just as I said, is like the pantry. Yes. That is. I love the Southwest for that, because I do go, my friends there, I go. The time I went to Ondo State University for examination, I saw how they like schooling, like studying. Oh, they love education. I pray that other parts of the country will like education like the Southwest. I pray. Because once we're able to get through that, I tell you, this country will change. We have it. We have the dynamism, we have the wisdom, we have the wherewithal, we have the intelligence, everything it takes to rule the world. Prayer, my heart, prayer. We get the right teachers. Yes. That will make these computational courses to be very easy and interesting to our children. Thank you.
Prof, don't say thank you now. I'm still staying with you. You mentioned teachers, and that clicked something in my head. You said many of them came into teaching because they have no other things to do. Now, how do we remunerate teachers? Although almost all the strata of the workforce are complaining about poor remunerations, even those of us that are retirees too, we are complaining. Now, is it not the right time now to start thinking of making teachers truly special in terms of their take home?
Thank you. Thank you for this very good question. Thank you. In fact, as a matter of fact, it is teachers, university professors, university lecturers that are not as wasteful as other levels of the society. Now, it is see the people, our leaders, the politicians, National Assembly, senators, see the kind of allowances and fantastic salaries and the increases, salary increase that are being given to them. But to us, university lecturers, professors, even teachers from secondary down to primary, they are not being taken good care of. Their salaries, in most cases, they owe them. But now, that money is much. And the teacher and the Martin did it, and some other raised their minimums.
Yes, to
They have
104.
to do that. Motivate the teacher, taught the professors, taught the National Assembly, senators, ministers, even the head of state. That one thing, ASU is now making some move. Please, federal government, our president.
We're having challenges with the Zoom. Before we have the Prof back, barrister, though you are not much into academics, will you advocate that we take better care of our teachers now more than ever before?
Yes, we are product of the systems. At a stage in our lives, we were taught by teachers in primary, secondary, and university.
Yes.
So indirectly, whatever affects them also affects us, because currently our children are still being taught. Some of our children are still being taught by these teachers. Well, it is unfortunate that they are taken for granted, because whether you're a governor, whether you're a president, or whatever level you find yourself in the strata of leadership, you pass through these people.
Barrister, somebody is on the line. Oh, it's gone. Please continue.
Okay. We all pass through these teachers, and a situation where they are meant to go on strike because they have backlog of salaries and allowances. It doesn't tell good of our leaders, and I think they should be remunerated beyond what they are currently paid.
Okay.
Because they deserve it.
The caller is back.
Yes.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Kaftan TV. Wow, you are too close to your TV set. You can either help us. Okay, I think you've done it. Hello. Please go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from. There is so much noise where you are. Hello? Hello? Okay. Maybe he's making some adjustments. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think there is really no amount you can pay to the teachers here. We say it's enough. But compare to what they are earning today, it is nothing to write home about. Those days we said the teacher's reward is in heaven. We have gone beyond that now.
Yes.
Because they go to the same market, even the same governor.
With the senators.
With the senators, they go to the same market. So if a leader, a teacher salary a month is not up to what
the cook in the senator takes,
will take as pocket money, then it shows there's something fundamentally wrong with the system.
Yes.
And I trust our president. He is somebody that like to address issues, and I believe this is one of the issues that should come to his attention. He should address the teachers should be well remunerated,
because they form a very central figure in the implementation of this new curriculum.
Education policy, yes.
Yes. Okay, I don't know if Prof is back on air. Hello, Prof. Okay,
still on remuneration.
Yes, it's back.
Remunerations, okay. Let me conclude.
Okay, please go ahead.
On remunerations. Yes, on remunerations. May I conclude on remunerations?
Yes, please go ahead.
ASU. Yes, ASU is complaining bitterly now. There's a 3.5 months salary they're owing us. Let the government make quick to do that, and then let the government, Tinubu, Mr. President, please look into it. At least bring it up to the levels in Africa, South Africa, or Kenya, so that the mass exodus of senior academics will stop to other countries. You don't train us and then allow us to, leave the country. The country will be losing a lot if we increase retirement. Crack professors. Because it is from 70 that their best come out. I just delivered my inaugural lecture on 11th June. When you go and listen, it's online, listen to the inaugural lecture, you see what it is there. And in my field, anytime you call me, you see what is this. My students know what I am. So other professors. So in America, they don't even allow professors to read. That's the time the best come. We groom the lecturers. We mentor the junior lecturers and make them through research to like, the job. And then we give the best. When we supervise, we give the best. So, 2 things, raise, 3. Please let them pay 3.5 months their winners. Second, let them bring us at par with most of our colleagues, at least in Africa. South Africa, Kenya. And not African countries. And thirdly, let them. People like us don't retire. So there is need for that, because that is the time the best come out of us. Thank you.
Yes, I think those are not too many things to demand from your government. The 3 months and a half that is being owed, and then bring the pay at par with what obtains with our sister nations, even on the continent of Africa. I think the government is listening to you, Prof. Now, since your network over there is shaky, I think we should quickly take 1 or 2 questions again from you, so that as we round off this program. Now, if you look at the performance of our students in qualifying examinations like WAEC and the JAMB, people say it's nothing to write home about these days. Maybe it's as a result of the overload of subjects. Probably some of the things that this new curriculum hopes to right as wrongs. Now, will you say that if this new curriculum is effectively implemented, we are likely to have better results in future examinations? Prof.
Yes, there is likely to be an improved. What, among others, is this overload of courses in the curriculum? Contribute Added to that is, the current trend. You come into our university, see some of our students, they hardly read again. They're into content creation, into Yahoo, and in fact, you see some of our students writing 40 million naira car, more than lecture, even while lecturers. So these are distractions. Things have to come in. Because the mad pursuit for money, so the neglect of education is dangerous. That's why I emphasize and talk to our students and children. Please get grounded. Read. Go to Nsukka. I know Nsukka, even my school here. Get to Nsukka. There's a culture there. They call it jacket. They read. So we need that across board. You go to private university, like a Covenant University, they read. So they should pay much attention. It is reading. Reading is too much of carrying handset every time and be doing to stop. They should be made to be reading textbooks, textbooks. Even studying now is very easier with the AI. Anything that you could just do that, it gives you a clue. But reading of books, very, very vital to be grounded. I think if we are to do that, there will be an improved performance. And parents stopping to depend on paying for specialized special, and the Professor Loide say it's very serious. That so that's the reason why you see lately their performance was poor, because the special centers could not have their way. So if all hands are put on deck, including the parents, everyone to the education of our children, I think we are going to make it. No doubt.
Okay. Prof, my final question to you before I let you go, so that my guest and I in the studio can have some more quality time. You mentioned that the students should read books.
Yes.
Who writes these books? Because over the years, our students have been reading imported books. Now that we are now turning to giving more attention to our national aspirations, where will the books come from? Are Nigerians still writing books in an era where every one of us were glued to the phones?
Very, very bad. Very, very bad. We must have a way to bend our children to start reading books, to like books, all these carrying gadgets about everywhere to be curtailed. We have to love books. We have, experienced Nigerians, lecturers, tutors, teachers, professors. They have written books, but books are no more marketable. Because, is the, what do you call it, internet. Is the internet. They don't buy books again and things like that, but we have to be forced. And we have to make up with the foreign books. Government have to, at secondary and the primary school level, they say can complement by funding publication of books, get experts to write, or the agencies about these 5 agencies, they can. And get groups of teachers, lecturers, professors, and write, chapters of special books or topics in special areas. At least at the university level, at NUC, we have a human view. Through that, you can get the right authorities in special areas, special fields. People at that top, if they can join with tutors to write with primary authorities there, we can get the best of books for the country, and then we use the foreign imported goods to
complement. Okay.
This is a doable, yes, this is a very doable something.
Okay.
Every crack academic, no. It's very simple, very easy to do.
Okay.
I think I stop there.
Okay. I must thank you very much, Professor Uremadu, joining us from Abia State. He's joining us from the College of Management and Financial Studies of Michael Okpara University in Umudike, Abia State. I must thank you most sincerely for coming on the program. Yes, you came via Zoom on the program. Thank you very much for your insights. We'll be having more engagements with the Prof from now on. Thank you very much for your participation on the Polity today. Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Okay, because of our time.
Yes.
Now, as a parent, and with your experience in education, now, what will you advise educational stakeholders on this new curriculum, so that we can? What are the quick wins that you feel we should quickly, we can easily achieve? Or let me say, what are those things, small, little things that should be put in place for the effective takeoff of this new curriculum, so that it begins to yield fruits in no distant future?
Yes, just as I said earlier, there is nothing fundamentally new about this educational system.
Yes.
Apart from the fact that the workload has now been reduced for the learners, which is our students.
Yes.
The new items, which appears to be one that will generate much concern, is this introduction of digital literacy and coding. It's part of the new items. For this, I think, as I said, the mind of the schools have been prepared for this, so they are expecting it. So we also, when we say that they might have some TT problem, but that is not to say that they will be teaching computers. They will be teaching. They have IT. The school have ICT. After all, the exam these days are computer-based exams.
Yes.
So it's not entirely new. So to say that there will be fundamental problem, I would not agree with that, because at one way or the other, most schools, they have, if not all schools, they have ICT labs. They have ICT labs. So these things are not basically new and in its entirety.
No rocket science.
It's not rocket science. I believe they can do something about it. What they need to do, they can also employ experts. They can engage experts. They can have training programs from time to time for their teachers as well as the pupils, the students. So I believe it's achievable.
Yes. Yes, on that very optimistic note, I will want us to call it a date on the program. You have been of tremendous help, Barrister. I must thank you, Barrister Mathias Okojie, for coming on the program, the Polity. We wish you the very best in all that you do. We'll be targeting days that you are free to bring you on the program, days that you will not be going to court.
Thank you very much.
As a barrister at law.
It's an honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well, this is where we call it a date on the program, the Polity for today. We shall be back tomorrow. But join me at 8 p.m. for Matters Arising. Good afternoon.